Good morning and welcome to Bushy Arena at Cullen Hockey Center and Moorhead Youth Hockey Association Squirt C Championship. It's Moorhead and Sioux Falls. Both have nicknames. The Moorhead Spuds and the Sioux Falls Flyers. And Corey DeLorme, these two teams have played some quality competition before meeting for today's trophy.
Well, there's no question that both teams have earned their way into this championship game here this morning, and both teams have been able to weather whatever storms were thrown at them throughout the course of the bracket-style tournament, winning in their semifinal matchups to get to the finals here today.
In the 3 games played so far, Sioux Falls has scored 15 times. Moorhead has scored 17 times against their 3 opponents. Sioux Falls came up with a 2-1 victory over Elk River in the opener, then defeated Andover 8-1 before defeating Woodbury 5-1, earning their way into this championship game. For Moorhead, a win in the opener against Apple Valley 4-3, and then a win over Prior Lake 6-3, and yesterday a big win over West Fargo, a team that they have played on several occasions in the course of their schedule. 7-1 was the final there, and today it is Moorhead and Sioux Falls. Dylan Welsh in goal for the Spuds, winds up their starting unit, and here's a look at how Sioux Falls will counter that. We are ready for championship hockey. It is the Squirt C Moorhead Youth Hockey Association championship game as Moorhead takes on Sioux Falls. And at the start of this weekend, Corey, I'm not so sure we thought we would have as many teams involved and as many players as involved and as many parents involved as what we ended up.
Well, you know, with the weather conditions, it was very dicey as to how many teams were going to be able to make it out of this 16-team tournament. And Lake of the Woods, unfortunately, was the only one not able to make the trip, and West Fargo was nice enough to fill in their spot.
And so we get out at center ice, and here's the opening faceoff as Grant Hovde for Moorhead stood in and drew it back, and it's picked off by Sioux Falls and set up ice, and we've got an icing right off the get-go, and so it'll come all the way back in, and the face-off will be to the far right side of Owen Schramm, who is in goal this afternoon and morning. Well, we're going to start out in the morning. Owen Schramm is in goal this morning for Sioux Falls as Grant Hovde again will stand in. He'll handle the face-off as soon as an official was able to find his skates and resume play, much to the delight of the crowd here today. Puck is down as it's drawn off to the far side and picked up by Sioux Falls. Here's the turn out of the zone. Up to center and worked off to the far side. The play in by Allerbrock come all the way down deep into the corner, now behind the net, sent up on top. Here's a backhand try by McKenna Miller, and she just misfired on it, and the Spuds are able to pick it up as Hovde brings it out to center. From there it's turned away and brought back into the Moorhead zone. Chased down in the near corner. They take pursuit there, and it's dished up on top. Sent off to the far side and picked up by Sioux Falls. Here's a quick turnaround. Shot down into traffic. Swept away out in front. Chased down far side and picked up by Eli Skink. On the way up it comes, and it's taken now by Sioux Falls as they gather it in their own end. Turn it around behind the net. Come out on the near side. Then some good pursuit along the near side, poking it up against the boards. Picked up by Hovde, poked away from him, and it comes back out to center. A race for it there. The Spuds get there first as it's swept off to the side by Aiden Klosterman. Picked up by the Spuds. Here's a walk-in move, and the shot is just wide. Rebound to the backside by Blake Kruger, and it comes now near side as the Spuds maintain control, but then have it poked away, and Sioux Falls comes off the wall with it. Battle for it, for position. It bounces out to center, and from there rink wide it comes. And Moorhead turns it around from there as they send it in. They have completed a line change here as Sioux Falls tracks it down deep in their own end. We are early on. There is no scoring from Bushy Arena at the Cullen Hockey Center. And the play comes up on the near side by McKenna Miller. Carries it deep into the corner, centering pass. Here's a windup and a look down low, but the Spuds cover up defensively and force the play back up on top. And again, it's loose in the slot. It escapes the zone, and it's picked up out at center by Ben Christopher. So Sioux Falls had a good scoring opportunity right out in front, but there were a lot of skaters, a lot of skates, and a lot of sticks in the way.
Yeah, Moorhead did a nice job of collapsing around their goaltender, Dylan Welsh, and helping out defensively and blocking shots on that sequence.
Just outside the Moorhead zone now, the face-off drawn down. Paul Anderson had it briefly for Sioux Falls, tipped away, and it comes back into the Moorhead zone. From there, tipped out to center, and we got a race for it now again to the near side. In pursuit, it's tipped ahead by Soren Kluck of Moorhead, and it's taken back then quickly by Sioux Falls. And again, Kluck comes into play, and it's dished to the near side. Rolling it down behind the net, Hunter Roseboom carries it off to the far side. Then it's pulled off the boards, sent in on there, and once again swept away by Ben Christopher. To the far side it's played, and it comes right back on goal. A long shot from the far wall. Bouncing all the way back near side, and it comes out to the point. It jumps over a stick and comes out to center. Tracking it down, it's played back by Moorhead, and it comes near side. Along the wall towards the blue line, but working its way off the wall and back into the Moorhead zone, and in pursuit there, it comes back out to center. Picked up by Christopher. He turned around and sent it in, but Sioux Falls was still in the zone, and that offside call puts the faceoff down just outside the Moorhead blue line.
Well, Moorhead had a good look after Sioux Falls had a nice chance early on in the game. Moorhead was able to put a shot on, but it was from long range, and the goalkeeper, Schramm, had no problems with that one.
As the play gets underway, it comes back to Moorhead, gathering it in. Nolan Knutson sends it off far side. Does not bring it out of the zone, and said a shot is turned in on goal, and Welsh turns it away. Back now near side and along the near wall. It works out to center. Pulled loose. It's deflected away, and here comes Grant Hovde. Across the blue line, Hovde winds up short, steps. Puck was poked away at the last moment, and it comes back out to center. Hovde recircling back to pick it up and brings it in. Grant Hovde along the far side. Up against the wall, it's battled in and out. It stays in, and here comes Sioux Falls on the return to the near side. Walking his way up and through, walking his way up high in the slot, then carried wide to the near side, but still in control. Centering pass got knocked away. The Spuds are there to pick it up, and they turn it out, but kept in, and then it's turned around. It got away from Ben Christopher, and it comes all the way up. 11 minutes to go in the opening period. There's been no scoring. A couple of scoring opportunities, one for either side. Nothing more than that yet. As the play comes near side, it rolls out to center. And picked up there by Moorhead's Blake Kruger. Sends it off to the far side onto the stick of Reese Smop. And it comes near side, walking his way in, deflected away. A nice poke check away by Sioux Falls. And they bring it out to the wall and then tip it ahead. It comes rolling all the way down. And they're going to call icing. No, they're going to wave it off now. It just was barely getting to the end line, and so the icing waved away. Back out to center. Here's the walk-in by Owen Brotholt. Brotholt works his way in. He leans back to shoot and has it poked away, and then he'll be gone for tripping as the play goes off to the far side. And that will put Moorhead in the penalty box and give Sioux Falls an early man advantage. 10:14 to go. Sioux Falls will have the extra skater. Penalty assessed. Owen Brotholt. And from just outside the zone, the puck goes down. Dished in, dashed back out, and out at center, Jonah Meyer has it. Meyer sends it in deep to the far corner. Sioux Falls back to pick it up and brings it near side. 10 minutes to go in the opening period. Along the near side, Sioux Falls works their way up and out of the zone and in. Comes all the way down near corner. Here's the look in deep by Paul Anderson. Carries it behind. The Spuds collapse down on there, and Moorhead comes away with it. Here's an outlet pass, trying to hook up on a lead. There it is. Walking his way in. Soren Clark walks his way all the way in. He shoots, and oh, he just missed. A hard shot to the upper corner glove side, and Owen Schramm was there with a spectacular save, and this game stays scoreless.
Well, Schramm did a great job staying out on top of his crease, playing the angles perfectly, and then he was able to make the glove stop on a good shot from the Spuds.
Moorhead getting that opportunity shorthanded as they continue to skate. One down, a player down. And with the puck drawn to the outer edge, Moorhead there to pick it up. Now the return comes right back up high in this slot. The Spuds give chase on it, and it comes near side. A return from up on the near point. A hard shot sent in by Eli Skank, and it escapes off to the far side. Here comes Sioux Falls. They'll come to center ice and through. Across the blue line and in. And then poked, but off to the side. In play, Moorhead there to pick it up. Rolling it back down near side. Spuds try to break out of their zone, but can't. And the play continues on as the walk-in comes from Lucas Peterson. Tipped away from him. Then up near the point, they battle for the loose puck. Moorhead's Eli Skink comes up with it. Turns it up ice, and it gets out of the zone now. With still 36 seconds remaining on the Moorhead penalty. And that icing will bring it back up and stop the play with 8:49 to go. So very good and high quality level here in this championship game.
Well, that's something that I've been impressed with throughout the tournament, really, is the skill of these players and their positioning and the way they move the puck. It's really been some high-level hockey here this weekend.
McKenna Miller stands in, and she draws it to the near side for Sioux Falls into the corner. She chased it down, tied up now, and the puck escapes, and it rolls right in on Welsh. And he was keeping a watchful eye on that play out of the corner as it came right in on him. And with the save, the faceoff will come to the stick side now of Dylan Welsh. Once again, McKenna Miller standing in, draws it to the near side, controlling the faceoff for Sioux Falls. It comes back to her. She goes backhand down low. Puck is loose. Puck is free. Picked up, and Miller had her shot deflected off a skate and all the way to the far side. 10 seconds left on the Moorhead penalties. They try to work it out of the zone, and it escapes out to center, then tap back in, and it's offside. And the faceoff will come then with 5 seconds remaining on the Sioux Falls power play. 8:20 remaining in a scoreless opening period.
Well, Sioux Falls has had a couple of good looks here on the power play, but Moorhead has done a nice job of killing. They also have had a couple of shorthanded opportunities here on this man advantage for the Flyers.
Play comes down. As the Spuds are there to pick it up. Ryan Hodek works it near side. Hodek goes down. Play continues on in front of him, and it comes roaring back up. Rolling behind the Moorhead net, and it's played off the wall by Aiden Klosterman. Up on top, tipped away, recovered briefly, turn around, shot right on. Welsh with the save. Loose puck picked up by Klosterman. Brings it to the near wall, skates his way along, cannot clear the zone, and it's tipped away and right back in. On the return, it comes near side. And just as it came in and went back in again, offside the call, stopping play, 7:40 to go, evenly played opening period. No scoring at this point. We've had but one penalty. Moorhead was able to work off those 2 minutes. And we come out as the face-off from Soren Kluck is dished back. Turn off to the far side. Put back now into play as it stays in the slot area and then deflected away, and Kluck chases it down. Pounded it off the boards. The Spuds have a 2-on-1 break to the line. Just do keep the zone, and a great play defensively on the far side to slow play down. Forcing it into the corner. Eventually they come around behind the net and back now into the near side. Here comes Sioux Falls. And out at center. Play slows down, and it's recovered then by Kluck. He'll bring it all alone. All the way in, he stops short. Looking for the centering pass, then turns, shoots, but wide, and it's ricochets off to the far corner. Rolling it back out near the point. It comes out of the zone. Now we've got it 1-on-1. We've got a 2-on-1 developing. But it's poked away, and the Spuds chase it down as McKellar Miller was there and forced the issue. Loose puck picked up in the corner. Big collision there, delivered by the play, and it comes back now near side. And we mentioned McKenna Miller. She was the one that had that play. And so with that, play has stopped here with 6:34 remaining.
And we'll have a penalty on the Flyers now, so the Spuds will have their first look at the player advantage.
Two-minute penalty assessed McKenna Miller. Pardon me. As Grant Knutson stands in. Draws it near side, and it comes all the way to the wall. Laid up along the near side. Taken away. Chased down by Paul Anderson of Sioux Falls. Skating shorthanded. The Flyers are able to keep it in the zone. Here's a pound off the back side of the net, and the loose puck picked up Moorhead. Off to the far side and walking in, Jonah Meyer. Dishes it ahead, then taken back. Sioux Falls down deep, 6:05 to go in the opening period. Don't stopping out of the zone. Again, the Spuds will have to chase it down, but it's picked up by Lucas Peterson, and he chases it off to the far side. He's all alone. Lucas Peterson still looking for control of the puck before it's dished down deep into the corner. And there Moorhead picks it up and wrists it off the wall and back out to the near side. Lining up at the point, it's picked off. Here comes Grant Hovde. He's all alone, 1-on-1. Grant Hovde winds up, he shoots, he blocks, he scores! Grant Hovde picking off the puck at center ice, found himself on a 1-on-1 break into the zone. He got the step, he got the angle, he rifled it high, slipping it past the goaltender, and Moorhead takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, we've seen Grant Hovde with some great scoring opportunities. He got a goal yesterday, and he just got the angle on the defender, found an opening beyond the goalie, and put it in the net. Great goal and a great start for the Spuds.
Back now on the near side and out at center. A battle for the loose puck along the wall. Dish loose, and it's deflected in and then back out again. As some pressure applied there by Blake Kruger. And with that power play goal, Sioux Falls now back at full strength as Moorhead backpedals into their own end to pick it up. Sioux Falls now facing a 1-0 deficit, brings it near side, and then the walk in, and it came in offside as the play came away. Lucas Peterson's tried to handle the play right along the blue line, but a player down the line was already in the zone, and so the faceoff near the Moorhead zone. Paul Anderson stands in for Sioux Falls, facing off with Blake Kruger, and the play comes to the near wall. Pulled off the wall, then deflected away, and again the Spuds come up with it. Backhanded by Ben Christopher ahead. Now we've got a chase for it, and Paul Anderson was reaching for it just as it got poked away. Backed out of the near corner. It rolls out and through into the far side. Deflected. It came in again. Sioux Falls was a bit late getting out of the zone, and with that offside call, the faceoff will be right in front of the Moorhead bench. 4:28 remaining. 1-0 Moorhead. Play is down, deflected to the far side where it's gathered in by Jamison Pockle. Tipped away from him. Moorhead there to pick it up, and here's the headman out of the zone. Spuds have a breakaway with Lauren Cluck moving in. He shoots, and it's just wide. You could hear the groan from the partisan Moorhead crowd as they expected number 2, but it was swept away. Play now on the near side. Up on top. Working it out to center. Swept off to the far side by Moorhead as the defensemen pick it up and bring it back down near side. Gathered in by Sioux Falls. Working it along, along the near wall. Ben Christopher dishes it down deep into the corner. From there it's sent rink wide, and it's pulled off the wall by Jamison Pockle of Moorhead. Has trouble controlling, now brings it out of the zone, still stick handling its way up, and Pockle now dishes it ahead before it's tipped away from there. Moorhead on a change. Behind the play, it's picked up. Eli Skank walks his way, and he dishes it down low. Working it down behind the net with 3:27 to go. From the near side, out to center. Sioux Falls on the attack. Here's McKenna Miller. She scoots into the near side and carries it all the way behind. Centering pass there. Dylan Welsh did a great job of anticipating the play. He took the angle away on the rush in, keeping the game at 1-0. McKenna Miller did a great job out of the corner to set the play up on top, but Welsh was there for the stop.
Yeah, Miller was coming around near side, noticed that Welsh had the angle, and so she tried the wraparound. Very smart play, but Welsh was there to make the stop.
Off to the far side now, the draw has McKenna Miller standing in for Sioux Falls. She gains her own faceoff, and a shot on the near side wobbles in. The pass up on top for Connor Lindersmith. He had put a little bit of a knuckleball spin on that one, and Welsh had a little bit of trouble finding the angle on it, but was able to cover up on the save. Back into the circle as Grant Hovde, with the game's only goal, stands in against McKenna Miller. It's drawn near side and off the wall. Played back out to center, and it escapes all the way down. From there into the corner, and we'll have icing called there. That stops play with 2:56 to go, and it's been a quality first period in this championship contest today in Moorhead.
Fast pace, both teams skating really well. Unofficially, shots on goal, Sioux Falls with 6 and Moorhead with 3.
Moorhead making a late change. And as they step in, Miller has control of the faceoff and sends it down low. And again, a bouncing, wobbly puck sent in from up on top by Aiden Ellerbrook. And Dylan Welsh was able to haul it in for the save. And again, off the draw, McKenna Miller gets a lot of skating time. Here's a long toss from the near point, but deflected down to the corner. And then centered it up on top, and it's swept away by Welsh. Out it comes in a return. Again, knocked away by Welsh, deep into the far corner. Played back out to the far side, and Ellerbrook takes a look and sends it down low. Spins behind the net and back to the near side, 2:26 to go. Along the near side it comes loose. The Spuds reaching in for it, having trouble finding the handle. Finally picked up by McKenna Miller, and her backhand got deflected off to the far side. All the way around, it's returned into the near side. They play it up along the wall. As it escapes the zone, it comes all the way out. It'll come floating down, and they're going to whistle this one down for icing with 2:03 to go. The Spuds holding on to that 1-0 advantage. It'll come all the way back up.
Yeah, the Flyers now with an unofficial 9-3 shots on goal advantage. They've really turned things up since Moorhead got the opening goal.
Along the near side, Paul Anderson has it for Sioux Falls, but on his deflection, it was picked up by Moorhead's Blake Kruger. He lost it out at center ice, and a bouncing puck ends up in the Sioux Falls bench area. And the faceoff will be just outside the Sioux Falls zone. 1:52 remaining opening period. On the draw, it's bounced back. Moorhead's Talon Kinslow picked it up. Dish to the head was deflected away. Now near side and along the wall. Out it comes, stick handling his way through the zone. Owen Bratholt comes near side, all the way to the corner. Bratholt turns the corner, shoots, and it's wide. Bouncing it back near side, a quick swipe at it there by Reese Smock, and it's knocked away. Rolling it behind the net, it escapes and comes all the way out to the point where it's quickly turned back into the corner. From there, up on top. Moorhead taking a look at it, but misfire, and it's picked up by the Flyers. Working his way up, Ben Christopher comes near side. He brings it in, and it rolls down behind, and it's picked up by Moorhead. And as they look around, Ryan Hodek squirts it off to the wall. Moorhead taking chase there, but it bounces all the way out near the far point as we go inside the final minute. It rolls down low, and from behind the net, here comes Moorhead. Working his way up along the near wall. All the way in comes Owen Bratholt. He winds up, he's going to shoot, and it's wide, and it goes behind the net. 41 seconds to go in the period as the Spuds gather it in out of the corner. They scramble for it there, and they go down deep with it, gathered in then by Paul Anderson of Sioux Falls. It's tipped away from him and out to center. Moorhead will have to touch up, and it's brought in now by Bratholt on the near side. Deflected away, and Bratholt had it knocked away. Loose puck in the near corner, 20 seconds to go in the period. Rolls along the near side and out. As it escapes, it comes to the near side and along the wall played and then dished back in, but it came in offside, stopping the play with 10 seconds remaining. Both teams making some changes here. A complete line change for Sioux Falls. Spuds making a defensive change. As Soren Cluck stands in for the Spuds and draws it off to the side. Gathered there by Jamison Pockel, and he brings it in. Leaving it, this long shot there, coming with 3 seconds to go, blocked away by Schramm into the corner. Time runs out, and we have played one period. In the Sioux Squirt Moorhead Youth Hockey Association championship game, after one period of play, it's Moorhead 1 and Sioux Falls 0. Play is underway in the second period. Moorhead holding that 1-0 lead after a Grant Hovde goal came with 5:33 still on the clock. And now the Flyers going left to right as they move in. Charles Nelson carries it deep into the corner, sending it behind the net. Played off far side. Spuds are there to pick it up. Trying to clean it off the wall, but it sticks, and then that play is finally tipped out and got out to center, where Sioux Falls will have to at least touch up, and they get a stick on it and send it in. Moorhead down, protecting the goal, comes out to the near side and along the wall into center and through. Here comes Jonah Meyer on the way in. Meyer got pulled up short. He looks for the puck, and it's around behind him. Taking a look at it. Tayden Jacobs had it for a moment, knocked away. Still the play continues out near the point where the Spuds get a poke at it, and it's deflected to the far side and brought out then by Paul Anderson. Off to the far side, Anderson carries it deep into the corner. Here's a turnaround shot down low. He goes down, play continues on near side. Just underway, second period. From behind, it is knocked away loose, and up on top it comes. Wind up in a shot by Ben Christopher. Down low, Dylan Welsh comes up with a save. He scooped it, he held on, and he hangs on tight to force the faceoff now to his glove side. 1-0 Moorhead here with 13:10 remaining. Once again, it'll be McKenna Miller standing in for Sioux Falls. She draws it back, and it's picked up at the point by Connor Lindersmith. To the far side, here's a long shot from on top by Miller that was just wide. Bouncing all the way to the near corner. Spuds are there to pick it up and send it out. Backhanded back in by Aiden Ellerbrock. It comes loose. Sioux Falls chasing it down. Brought to the blue line and in. Here comes Lindersmith. Off to the near side, pulls up short. Nice poke away by Aiden Klosterman to take the threat away for the meanwhile. Down low it goes, and a centering pass comes through and off to the far side where Eli Skank picks it up for Moorhead. Taps it out of the zone and up and through. It comes all the way down. And that'll bring us back into the Moorhead zone on the icing call with 12:24 remaining. It's 1-0 Moorhead. The first period goal has given the Moorhead Squirt C team the advantage.
Well, and Sioux Falls certainly trying to answer here right away, keeping the puck in the Moorhead zone. The Spuds just had to ice the puck, take off some pressure.
It seems like Sioux Falls has put a little extra jump in their step here in this second period as they try to draw even. Out at center, it's Aiden Ellerbrook, and he threw it in, but the Flyers were still in the zone, and that stops play now with 12:16 remaining. McKenna Miller draws it ahead, picks it up herself. She'll walk in alone. McKenna Miller backhand, shoots and scores! Oh my, what a play by McKenna Miller. Picking up her own faceoff, sidestepped the defender and went top shelf with a little scoop and dip. And this game is all tied at 1. McKenna Miller getting the equalizer here in the second period. Back out at center ice. Soren Cluck stands in for Moorhead, faces off with Paul Anderson. The Flyers come up with it, and it's poked along now to the near side. And a scramble along the wall. Spuds overskate the play, and behind it, Jamison Packel picks it up. Drops it back, reaches for it, then shoots and missed it just wide. It was headed for the low corner and it just missed. And the return comes all the way through. And to the near side, it is played off the wall. Out it comes way up on top. Jonah Meyer. He took a whack at it. He goes down. Puck goes forward deep into the far corner. From there, Sioux Falls overskates on the play, and it's picked up Moorhead. Out high in the slot, here's a turnaround. Trying to go backhand on it, and it got pushed away as Jamison Packel couldn't quite catch up to the play, and it rolls back out to center. The return goes far side, but Moorhead still had a player deep in the zone when the play came in. Game tied at 1 here in the second period.
Yeah, very important counter for Sioux Falls. Mackenzie Miller, she's been active all night, or all morning, should say, going into the corners, making scoring opportunities. This time she went backhand up over the goalkeeper, and we're tied.
So with the face-off down, Sioux Falls comes near side. Connor Lindersmith brings it to the near wall. Dished ahead, it's taken back by Aiden Klosterman. Klosterman rolls behind the net, had poked away as he tried to escape the zone, and it's picked up. Here's a shot and a goal! Oh, great recovery off the defensive poke check. And a quick shot in on goal that Welsh really didn't have a chance on. And Sioux Falls has come roaring back here in the second period to take a 2-1 lead.
Well, you talked about it at the start of the second here, Larry. Sioux Falls had some more energy in their step, and that is for sure. And they've come out with 2 goals to start the period, and we'll see if Moorhead can answer.
Play comes through center off to the far side. Bounced off the boards on a hard pass by Aiden Ellerbrook. Knocked away there, and the Spuds pick it up at their own line before sending it ahead. As they play it right along the wall, it comes loose, but only briefly before Miller picks it up. Her pass got deflected, and it's chased down far side. All the way behind the net, rolled back now near side. Up on top, a wind up and a shot there. A little deflection move, and it comes in on goal. The rebound deflected out. Sioux Falls will try it again. Comes in towards the net, and it's deflected back to the near corner. Working it along the wall. Gathering it in. Here's a hard shot. Again, they're looking for the deflection towards goal off the angle. The play comes up on top. They scramble for it there. The net has come away, and that will stop play. Sioux Falls has put a little extra jump in their step here in the second period. Not only have they scored twice to gain the lead, but have continued to apply the pressure in the offensive zone as the clock stops now with 9:57 remaining.
Yeah, no question. Moorhead has had a really hard time getting out of their own end here to start this second period.
The draw down to Sioux Falls. The shot sent in by Christopher. Deflected to the near side, and the pursuit there stays with Sioux Falls. Spuds reach in to put a stick on it momentarily. It's returned into the corner. Paul Anderson sends it rink wide, and it escapes the zone, and now picked up by Ben Christopher. Sioux Falls has it back, and on the stick here's Paul Anderson. He deflects it deep into the near corner. And the outlet pass gathered in by Blake Kruger. He turns it down low, and still the Spuds are in the defensive end as it comes back to the near side. Backhand pass up on top got deflected, and it comes out to the blue line, just managing to keep it in. Now the escape, and here comes Sioux Falls, and again Moorhead cannot clear the zone as it comes all the way in on Welsh, who steers it off to the far side. Played ahead to the point and then out. Now we've got a race for it. Sioux Falls will get there first as Hunter Roseboom caught up to the play and turns it around, but out at the center ice area, taken back by Reese Mock, and on the way in it is deflected away. All the way to the far side where Owen Brotholt has it. From behind the net, Sioux Falls to pick it up. Nice poke check away by Blake Kruger. We've got a penalty coming up, and as Moorhead touches up on the play, it'll put the Spuds a player down here in the second period for the second time on the day. Big collision behind the net, resulting, I think they'll call tripping.
Body check is what they're going to call.
Right.
Yep.
Regardless, it's 2 minutes, and Sioux Falls has the advantage. In the face-off, Soren Kluck facing with McKenna Miller. Once again, McKenna Miller gets the face-off, but it was taken away just as she stepped forward. Reese Mock has it back, giving it now to Jamison Pockel. And on the near side, Pockel stick handles his way loose, and up high in the slot, got pushed off the play. He'll have to chase it to the far corner. Pockel brings it behind the net. Here's a turnaround, shot and a goal! Shot and a goal! A puck that bounced off the near corner onto the goaltender, hit him and bounced in. We're tied at 2.
Well, they always say that no shot is a bad shot, and even if you're on a difficult angle, give it a try. And the Spuds were fortunate, got a bounce off the goalkeeper, and it went in. And that shorthanded goal ties the game at 2.
Soren Kluck credited with the goal. And the excitement of a championship game continues. Now for the go-ahead try. Welsh comes up with the save. Back out into play, and it's chased now near corner. Halfway through the second period. Halfway through this hockey game, it is tied at 2. And along the near side, it is dished ahead by Soren Kluck. Down deep into the near corner, chased behind the net. Aiden Ellerbrook had it. Works it around and out. Comes out to center, and as they skate ahead, it's 2-on-3. And in safely, trying to work it off to the far side. Lucas Peterson carries it behind the net. And dished there. And escapes, still skating shorthanded. Moorhead 45 seconds will head up down a skater. Out to center. Tapped away, but recovered then by Peterson. And here comes Sioux Falls. Walking up the slot, poked away by Breland Carter. And it comes near side, up against the wall. Inside of 7 minutes to go. Working the way loose, and the Spuds are able to clear it out of the zone. It's a wobbling puck, a slow rolling puck. And caught up to by Sioux Falls, who turns it around now with 9 seconds left on their power play. Out on the near side, out towards center, but the Spuds turn it around. Grant Hovde along the near wall, right at the blue line, deflected it in and out. Now back in again. Spuds penalty has expired. Moorhead is back at full strength as Sioux Falls works it off to the far side. Tipped away by Eli Skank. Into the far side, played, dished away. Little momentum change here after Moorhead got that game-tying goal, as they have owned the play now in the attack zone. But here comes Sioux Falls out of the zone. It sets up 1-on-1. Aiden Ellerbrook moves his way in, had it poked away. The rebound picked up and sent wide. Bounced off the base of the net. Loose to the far side, and play comes right back up on top. Chased down by Paul Anderson. Turns and shoots it into traffic. It bounces way up on top. Here's a rebound shot and a bouncer to the near side. Nearly bounced in. And it escapes to the far side. 5:40 to go. We've got some nervous parents developing here this morning.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. The energy in the building is electric.
That's a great word. It is a lot of energy as the parents and fans and grandparents and everybody enjoying and appreciating the play here of this championship game in the Squirt C tournament sponsored by Moorhead Youth Hockey. This game being played at the Bushy Rink at the Cullen Hockey Center in Moorhead with 5:21 remaining in the second. We are tied at 2. Face-off just outside the Moorhead zone. Play comes down and set in quickly on a pass by Hunter Roseboom. All the way to the far side. Moorhead brings it out in front, and the pursuit continues. Brought in by Brathel to the far side, carries it all the way to the corner. He shoots, and it's on the doorstep, and it hung there and wouldn't go. Oh, it came off the goalie and just dropped short of the goal line. Loose puck picked up, Sioux Falls. All the way back up it comes. Moorhead chasing it down with a pass out of the zone. Bouncing up, tipped away. Here's the recovery by Kruger. He's quickly caught on a double team and chased into the near corner. Now as Roseboom sends it up on top and tried to get it away, but Moorhead intercepted, and it comes rolling up and returned in. High in the slot, the Spuds are able to keep it in, and now it escapes the zone, and a nice backhand out of the play by Roseboom. The pass is intercepted, but it is tipped ahead of the play by Roseboom, as he thought he had a better chance, and they actually sent it all the way into the far corner rather than on goal. And it comes back down near side as Sioux Falls keeps the pressure on the offensive zone with 4 minutes to go. A backhand pass escapes the slot area, picked up by Moorhead and sent out. This one will have a hard time getting to the end line, and it just does. It just does. Setting up the icing call. and bringing the play back now with 3:47 remaining. Second period, we're tied at 2.
Yeah, unofficial shots on goal. Sioux Falls with 18, Moorhead with 8. So Sioux Falls has had, well, obviously more shots on goal, but also better looks at the goaltender. But we're tied.
Play to the near left side. Moorhead's game tire came shorthanded. Knocked it loose, bouncing away. Recovered and sent down deep, chased by Jonah Meyer. Meyer picks it up and sends it out to the far side, bouncing it away. Now it comes out to center, but not for long, and then it came back in offside. 3:29 now showing.
Well, the Spuds, both of their goals coming on special teams. The first one a power play goal, the next one shorthanded.
Play goes down right in front of the Sioux Falls bench. It's tipped ahead, tipped down, recovered. Brought back down near side. Here's the look as the Spuds pick it up. The outlet pass deflected back to the far side. Giving chase, Moorhead there to pick it up. And they play catch on the blue line and then bring it in. Spuds catching up to the play now as Sioux Falls brings it out of the near corner, sending it up on top, intercepted Moorhead. Myers' shot on goal deflected away. Here comes Lucas Peterson off to the far side. All the way in and got run off the play, and it comes near side. Up against the wall into the corner. 2:47. Now a late whistle. And that stops play.
An interference call on the Spuds, so the
another
Flyers
special teams play.
Yeah, the Flyers will have the power play.
Interference coming with 2:45 remaining. Moorhead Soren Cluck for interference. McKenna Miller stands in for the faceoff for Sioux Falls. Miller draws it back, bounces off the stick of Ellerbrook, who reaches back to pick it up. And now the Spuds collect it, and it's bothered momentarily before it's worked off to the far side. Lucas Peterson pulling it off the wall. Here's a shot from down low, and it's just wide of net, but a very alert play from Dylan Welsh. Keeps the puck in play, and another return, bouncing off to the side. Here's the look up on top. Winding up to shoot it down low. The play was there. McKenna Miller was lined up and waiting, and her shot just rolled off her stick and off to the backside harmlessly, and it stays 2-2. 2 minutes to go in the period. Minute 15 on the Moorhead penalty. Play behind the Moorhead net. Work now to the near side. Along the wall, it comes out near the point. Here's the look in by Lindersmith. Shot down and goal! A bouncing puck from up on top. Lindersmith, I think, will be given credit. Bounced it all the way in. It took an extra bounce up and over the top. Power play goal for Connor Lindersmith, and it's 3-2 Sioux Falls.
Yeah, no chance there for Welsh as that puck changed directions a couple of times out in front and did his best to try to track it, but it went up over the shoulder, and Sioux Falls regains the lead at 3-2.
Play back out at center. Spud stick handle it loose. Walking his way in, Owen Brathel. Had it poked away, it comes back out to center. From there, Talon Kinslow waits for it and sends it off rink wide. Moorhead holds the zone, walks the way in. Here's a shot way wide, bouncing out of the near corner and back now to the near side. Up against the wall, Reese Smock is battling Paul Anderson for it. Picked up and returned to Aiden Ellerbrook. Sent off far side. Moorhead covering up on the play as Brathel brings it back in. Rolling it down behind the net. It comes all the way to the near corner. We are at the 1 minute mark here in the second period. Play safely in as they battle it along the boards. Pops up, scrambling after it. Picked up Blake Kruger, walks his way in. Shot knocked away by Owen Schramm. Play comes back out to center, and the Spuds are there waiting. Kinslow takes a look at it, sends it ahead. Back into the zone. He'll hold the zone there as the play comes right back out by Sioux Falls. 33 seconds to go here in the period as Sioux Falls has regained the advantage at 3-2 on a power play goal. Near side for Hunter Roseboom. And it's knocked away there and back out it comes. Scrambling it along the wall. Dished ahead and it comes right back to Ben Christopher. He sends it in deep and that's going to take most of the time away. Spuds will go down and pick it up and send it back out. A wise choice to take away the time, and they'll come up ice, and that's going to send us into the locker room after 2 periods of play. It's Sioux Falls regaining the lead on a power play goal with 1:48 remaining in the period. Sioux Falls 3 and Moorhead 2.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time, what in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
It's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
you're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Open your eyes
To a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
Better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes
Open your eyes to
a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Back in 1926, people in the FM area began choosing the latest fashions and flooring materials from Fargo Linoleum, and they still do. Fargo Linoleum offers you everything in floor covering. After all these years, Fargo Linoleum is still the floor covering leader.
Whether you're building a new home or looking to save money on your energy bills by improving your existing insulation, let the experts at Cullen Insulation help you out. Contact Dan and mention this ad to receive a 10% discount off any work they perform for you. Just like your Moorhead Spuds, the team at Cullen Insulation is committed to excellence.
Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Light-duty truck to do full-size jobs. Boss built the HTX in both V-plow and straight blade options. The Boss HTX family is specifically engineered for today's half-ton and light-duty vehicles. Make no mistake, they have big-time power. So when you're working to restore order, the Boss HTX is here to back you up.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead. Stop on out and visit us before you get caught with your plow down.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic, serving the FM community for over 9 years. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Looking for a mortgage in the Valley? Where would you go? Some people are skeptical of those humongous banks. Others worry about the stability of some small lenders. At Valley Mortgage, we're independent and only do mortgages. So we're small enough to give you the service you want and large enough to give you the security and experience you need. It's the perfect fit. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Open your eyes to a credit union.
The one myth of a credit union
is that we don't offer what the other guys do.
Well, that's simply not true.
We have business, checking, and loans.
Mortgages and credit cards.
We have free Kasasa checking.
And all the other services you need too.
Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
The Moorhead Spud Boosters support students at Moorhead High School involved in co-curricular activities. Your membership in Moorhead Spud Boosters directly benefits Moorhead's student athletes, celebrating 40 years of supporting Spud athletics.
When searching for a home loan, too many people focus only on the rate. They forget to ask the lender, are approvals made locally or in a city far away? Are you experienced at closing on time? With Valley Mortgage, you get a great rate, the best service, local approval, and over 30 years of experience. So give us a ding. Valley Mortgage, we're the largest independent mortgage banker in the Valley. An equal housing lender.
Four Seasons Car Wash on 34th Street in Moorhead is a proud supporter of Spuds TV and the Spud Boosters. Unlimited wash memberships are available starting at just $20. A portion of each new membership is donated to the Spud Boosters. free vacuum stations with each wash. So for a fast, clean wash, go to Four Seasons Car Wash.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
I get asked
all the time,
What in the world is a credit union?
Let me tell you.
it's a member-owned financial cooperative.
And you're a part of it.
you're a part of it.
Because our earnings go back to our members.
So open your eyes to a credit union.
Yeah, that's right. Open them. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
For good times and great food and drinks, gather your people and come visit us at Legends. You will love our wings, pulled pork, pizza, and other delicious items. Gluten-free and other special diets can be accommodated. We show all the major sporting events. If you are having a special event, take advantage of our event room and catering. Our catering is available for both delivery and pickup. Visit us today.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to. Have a sandwich, you hero.
Open your eyes
to a credit union.
Wait. What's a credit union?
It's a financial cooperative.
And it's member-owned.
Which means
Better rates.
Lower fees.
And all the financial services that you need.
It's easy to join.
So easy to join.
practically ridiculous how easy it is to join.
So open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes to
a credit union.
So open your eyes. Come see us at First Community Credit Union.
We head to the third period for this Squirt C Moorhead Youth Hockey Association championship game. Sioux Falls has grabbed a 3-2 lead, a couple of goals by McKenna Miller. And then the third goal on a power play with one at the 1:48 mark to end the second period, and it's 3-2 Sioux Falls as play is underway. And Sioux Falls on the attack, and then the play comes out. Moorhead has it one-on-one. Here's a wind-up from the backside. Shot is wide. A good look from Blake Kruger, but wide of net. And it rolls back now near side. Off the wall, picked up by Sioux Falls. Here's the bring in by McKenna Miller. She'll carry it down to the near corner. Centering pass was right there. Deflected away, rebound, shot just wide. Sioux Falls starting this third period. There's a shot on a deflection and a goal. Sioux Falls on the back side of the play. scoring here to start the third period, who came out of the locker room and like they did in the second with some extra energy. And that goal comes at the 47-second mark. And it is now 4-2 Sioux Falls. Moorhead now on the return. Here's a pass to the near side, and it just got off the stick of Owen Brathold all the way to the near side. Play up along the near wall. Moorhead out at center will have to touch up on the play, and they go rink wide. Dished ahead softly, then recovered by Kinslow. Puts it on the stick of Owen Brathold, who brings it in. He turns and shoots it down low, and it's wide of mark. And so with play stopped, Sioux Falls has taken the 3-2 lead.
Yeah, I didn't hear a scoring announcement on the that fourth goal for Sioux Falls, but McKenna Miller, who got the first two for Sioux Falls, certainly factored in making that play happen. And she's been a force out there for the Flyers here this morning.
We've got our bloodhounds on the track picking up that goal as it was announced, but everybody was already watching play. And guess who? The hat trick today from McKenna Miller. I don't know if we have to say much more than she's in running for maybe all 3 stars here at the end of the game.
Well,
what a great performance today.
Well, and yesterday she had 5, so it's
not unusual.
She knows how to score. Yep.
On the near side, here comes Grant Hovde. It's 1-on-2, and he had it poked away. Safely still in the zone. Now it escapes, and here comes Sioux Falls. On the near side, Tayden Jacobs working it down low, deflected behind the net, picked up by Aiden Klosterman. Sending it off to the far wall. Hovde picking it up, playing it ahead. Tapped away as the play got ahead of him, and it comes back near side, and Hovde heads off. On the return, here's the walk in on goal, wind up in a shot, and it escapes the goaltender and scores. It appeared the stop had been made, but Connor Lindersmith, his second of the afternoon, and Sioux Falls has grabbed a 5-2 lead.
Well, Moorhead a little bit rattled to come out to start here this third period, and Sioux Falls has taken advantage and put in 2 quickly. Still plenty of time and a lot of game left, but the Spuds need to regroup here and get back into the game.
Yeah, this tournament has seen a lot of goals scored in particular games, and it seems like no lead is big enough. But a 5-2 advantage at this point in the game certainly means that the Spuds have got some work to do as they try to crawl out of the hole. Back now on the near side as the Flyers work it up again. They're on the attack. Up on top, Lindersmith winds up to shoot, and that one bounces down low in a scramble for it. That one nearly escaped and in, but Welsh was able to jump on top of the loose puck and prevent anything further, and it stays 5-2 Sioux Falls.
And unofficially, shots on goal 23-10 now for the Flyers.
As play hurries, a quick and late change by Sioux Falls. And a bouncing puck off the draw comes out into the slot where the Spuds are there to pick it up, and it's Jamison Pockel to the far side, bounced away from him and down deep into the corner. Chased down by Moorhead, circling the net. Brought up along the near side and along the wall. It bounces out and all the way up and across the line. Picked up by Sioux Falls and returned to center. Moorhead giving chase on it. Pushed off by Lucas Peterson into the far side, played by Peterson off the wall. And the return by Moorhead out of the zone. Quickly turned back in, but offside, and that quickly stops play. Championship game 5-2 to Sioux Falls with 11:20 to go in the third. Face-off will come just in front of the Moorhead bench and outside the Moorhead zone. Paul Anderson, as the puck goes down, it's drawn back. Pushed ahead by Moorhead, but chased down by Sioux Falls. Here's the turnaround, and it comes all the way back. Moorhead there to pick it up, and they turn it up along the near side. Just off the stick of Reese Mock, who stays with it. Plays now, it's pulled away by Paul Anderson, and it's 2-on-1 Sioux Falls. Play comes down deep into the near side as they try to line up a centering pass. The Spuds getting a stick on it, force the play off to the far side. Anderson in pursuit. Catches up to it in the corner, brings it on with a shot on goal. The rebound dished behind the net. Anderson stays with it. He turns it up and off to the far side, then gathered off the wall by Blake Kruger. He's tied up and goes down. Anderson staying with the play. Comes up with it, turns, shoots, and that one's deflected away by Welsh. Rolling it behind the net. Here's a turnaround again for a wraparound try, but the Spuds get a stick on it and pull it loose and head out to center. Along the near wall and ahead. Brathel brings it in. Wind up and shooting. High and wide. It rolls all the way out of the far corner, back out near the point. Kept in and then swept away as Aiden Klosterman tried to hold the zone, and Sioux Falls pulls it away. Klosterman recovering to poke the puck away just as they were pulling the trigger on a shot attempt. The loose puck near side of the net. Again, the Spuds forced to play reactionary hockey as they pull it off the wall and head out. To the far side now, the bring in by Reese Mock, and onto the stick of Blake Kruger and in. Kruger sidesteps one but lost the puck on a poke check, and play continues off to the far side. Big collision down the boards. It comes back. Spuds. Aiden Klosterman turns behind the net and heads up. Inside of 10 minutes to go. In fact, inside of 9.5 minutes now showing in a 5-2 Sioux Falls advantage. On the near side, deep in the corner. McKenna Miller winds up, shot, missed, rebound off to the far side. That point blank shot by Lucas Peterson caught a defender somewhere along the way. The return comes up on top and deflected away off a skate, and the centering pass thrown right up on top. McKenna Miller turns it around, sends it off to the far side and played. From there, Lucas Peterson stays with it, brings it back up on top. He was trying to bounce it for Miller, but she had it slip away and off to the near wall. All the way back down near side. Up at the point. Knocked away loose. Chased to the far side. Lucas Peterson stays with it. Sends it up on top. Here's a windup and a shot and a bouncing puck that may have gone in, but it kicked out. We couldn't quite hear the rattle of the pipes, and so play continues. Here's the return in and a centering pass. The Spuds are there to pull it loose. Along the near wall and up. Here's the work. Along the near side comes Aiden Klosterman. Up high in the slot, dropping it back. Tried to hook it up with Hovde, poked away from him there, and here comes Sioux Falls. On her way in, McKenna Miller. All the way to the near side. Working it loose, it comes back out and played back in as they had touched up on the play, so no stoppage in play here. And the puck goes wide down to the far corner where Moorhead lines it up with an outlet pass that bounces out to center. 7:51 to go here in the third. Sioux Falls has grabbed a 5-2 advantage with 2 unanswered goals here in the third period. And a stoppage of play for offside now with 7:45 remaining.
Well, Sioux Falls continues to keep the pressure on with a couple of more shots in that sequence, and Moorhead has had a couple of rushes up ice, but not able to get in on the goaltender. The one good look that they had, the shot went wide, and so the Spuds continuing to battle here in this one.
Off the far side, it's played ahead. All the way up and off to the far side to the corner, and that stops play on the icing. 7:35 remaining. Play will come back into the Moorhead zone, far left side of Dylan Welsh. Sioux Falls earned their way here with wins over Elk River, Andover, and Woodbury. Moorhead got wins over Apple Valley, Prior Lake, and West Fargo. Puck is loose momentarily and then dished in. Chased down. Off to the far side, Moorhead there to pick it up. To the blue line. And in. Wind up shot. All the way to the near corner or rims off the wall. Out near the point where it's turned around and sent back in. Gathered in then by Ben Christopher of Sioux Falls. He stick handles his way off to the far side and carries it to center ice and through. Ben Christopher is on his way in and had it poked away. Now Moorhead on the return. Sent off far side to Saarinen. Tried to catch up to Sarian. had it momentarily. Popped up into the air, deflected down. Moorhead picks it up. Here's Soren Cluck. He's sandwiched off the plate, and return comes to Sioux Falls. Back into the zone and back out. And it's center ice gathered in, and once again, the puck is poked free, and it comes near side. Moorhead there to pick it up. Cluck works his way to the blue line and in. He goes down. Play continues on, loose to the far side. It pops up against the far wall and deep into the corners. Moorhead completes their change. 6 minutes to go. To the near side, Sioux Falls with a 5-2 lead heading up ice. Stepping between the defenders and through. Lindersmith brings it all the way down and backhands one on behind the net. Rolling it back to the far side. Gathered in by Eli Skank of Moorhead. He's tied up along the board. Skank reaching in to poke it loose. Sioux Falls coming up with it. Pass there, swept off to the near corner. Play comes back up and along all the way out. 5.5 minutes to go. In this championship game, Sioux Falls is holding the lead at 5-2 as they control play down their own end. On the near side. Scramble again for it, dish down low. Play it off the wall now and behind the net. Here's the scoop off to the far side, and Sioux Falls will head out of the zone with it as they work their way up to center. McKenna Miller slides her way all the way in. Her backhand attempt just off the end of her stick, and the Spuds are there to pull it off the wall. From behind, it comes back down near side. Turning, looking it up. Here's the walk up. Bratholt brings it in. He's 1-on-4 as the Spuds are in a change, and Moorhead collecting themselves now on the play along the far wall, but it's deflected away. Chased out to center. Moorhead there to pick it up. Here's Nolan Knutson. And on the near side, the Spuds have it with 4:29 to go. Bratholt sends it off far side. This defensive effort by Sioux Falls has simply not allowed Moorhead very many scoring opportunities here in the third period. As it goes back into the second period of play, where the defense of Sioux Falls took over and the offensive performance of McKenna Miller remained in place, and it's 5-2 Flyers.
Yeah, and now the Spuds are going to pick up a hooking penalty, so that'll put Sioux Falls back with the power play.
Grant Hovde stands in for Moorhead and will face off against Paul Anderson out at center, and it's drawn deep into the Sioux Falls zone. Spuds skating shorthanded. Here's the outlet pass that is stolen, but then only briefly picked up again. Here's Grant Hovde. Shot that is just wide. He had a good look, stick side, and it just missed. Off to the far side again. It rolls behind the net. Played back now near side, 3:53 to go. Up against the near wall before it comes out to the point and through. And with that, it is being chased up ice. In pursuit goes Aiden Klosterman, and that brings up an icing whistle. Stopping the clock with 3:43 remaining.
Well, the Spuds already have a shorthanded goal here this afternoon, and they're looking to get another one. Grant Hovde had a good wrist shot, good look, trying to go far post and just missed wide.
Here's the drawn out of the near side of Owen Schramm. Play comes out to center. On her way in, McKenna Miller. Dishes it up on top. It was just beyond Bo Bailey. From behind, it's played. Players go down. Play continues on from behind the net. Moorhead taking a poke at it. It pops up into the air, and play goes still from behind as they try to wrap it around. Finally, Jamison Pockel picks it up for Moorhead and sends it out. Walking his way through. Here's the move by Soren Cluck. He'll go wide on the play, shooting it just wide. He was looking for the bad angle connection, and it just missed the post and slipped away. 44 seconds left on the power play as it's brought in by Aiden Ellerbrook. Sent down deep, played far side, dished along the wall. Jamison Pockel from Moorhead had it poked away. He reaches in to tie it up, but Lindersmith got there first. The outlet pass comes back to Moorhead, and it slipped up ice. In pursuit, it goes all the way down. Return now onto the near side, 2.5 minutes to go. Play comes out. Here's the walk-in then by Lucas Peterson. As he got across blue line, it was deflected away. Moorhead slopping it back up ice, and that's going to take time. Most of the time off. They'll come back at full strength now as the penalty has expired with 2:15 to go. It's 5-on-5. Play in and out. Returned out. Offside the call. And we'll have a face-off just outside the Sioux Falls zone.
Well, 2:06 to go. The Spuds were able to kill off that penalty, but now the work is ahead of them, trying to cut into this 3-goal lead.
Reese Smock for Moorhead faces off. Paul Anderson was in the draw for Sioux Falls, and play comes to Moorhead along the wall of zone. Brathwaite brings it in, knocked away from him, goes in scrambling for it. Down deep into the corner, it comes back now near side. Up against the wall and from behind the net, played by Hunter Roseboom. Sending it off far side, 1:42 to go. And it comes out of the zone, and Moorhead in heavy pursuit but can't get there, and it's picked up by Paul Anderson. Walks his way and shoots and scores. Paul Anderson simply outskated anybody else on the ice. He got ahead on the play, did a little deke move and put the shot in, and it's 6-2 for Sioux Falls.
Yeah, great speed there to just outrace everybody, and then when it got in on the goaltender, made a little deke move and went over the shoulder and makes it 6-2.
13:28 the time of that goal. And play comes down, deflected ahead and into the zone, then picked up by Sioux Falls, and the play comes rink wide. Out of the near corner and played up along the wall. It comes out of the zone, and here comes Grant Hovde. He gets a step on the play. He walks his way in and he shoots, and it's just wide again. He likes that upper stick side corner as he tried to sneak that one in. It just escaped, and play continues on. Here's the work up ice, and once again, Sioux Falls with their quickness getting ahead of the play, and a backhand try got blocked off and from behind the net. Loose and gathered in to the near side. Whoa, less than 1 minute to go as Sioux Falls is that close to claiming this Moorhead Youth Hockey Association Squirt C Championship trophy. To the far side they play. Moorhead working it back up, but can't clear the zone, kept in by Sioux Falls. They'll be content now to run this one down as the Spuds get the play back, and it comes out to center. Gathered in by Lindersmith, and it's sent rink wide. Picked up, sent on, blocked behind the net, running down now from 21 seconds. And to the near side, played out at the point. A quick shot sent in, swept away nicely by Aiden Klosterman of Moorhead. He catches up to it off the wall. Goal. Here comes Moorhead, looking to see if perhaps they would pull Dylan Welsh, but no. And so the championship trophy to Sioux Falls, as they put up a very impressive second and third period here this morning and afternoon. Let's take a quick look at the scoring, and then we'll give our 3 stars. Moorhead's Grant Hovde opened the scoring at the 9:27 mark to give Moorhead a 1-0 lead, and that's where we stood at the end of the first. McKenna Miller started to show her worth at the 2:51 mark, tying the game. And then again at 4:06 mark as Sioux Falls took the lead. Shorthanded goal by Soren Kluck of Moorhead tied the game then at 2 at the 8:06 mark in the second. Connor Lindersmith on a power play goal gave Sioux Falls the lead, a lead they would not relinquish. It was 3-2 Flyers at the end of 2. And once again, it was Michaela Miller as she picked up her hat-trick goal at the 47-second mark of the third. Connor Lindersmith with a second goal at the 2:35 mark, making it 5-2. And then Paul Anderson wrapped things up. And the Flyers were able to come into Moorhead during a very stormy and uncertain weekend, and they will leave home and head south with the championship trophy. Our number 3 star, we're going to need some help on all of this. We've got lots of different players that could be counted in on this one, but generally speaking, it was Sioux Falls' defensive unit that kind of turned the tide around.
Well, it was. I mean, the fact that Moorhead was only able to muster about 10 shots on goal, you know that Sioux Falls played very well defensively. And, you could look at the goalkeeper, Owen Schramm, who made some key stops at key points in the game. McKenna Miller certainly contributed defensively as well as offensively. But I would say that the number 3 star, we look to the Moorhead side, and Grant Hovde, who got the scoring started for the Spuds and had a couple of other great opportunities that just missed wide. He played with a lot of energy out there. So Grant Hovde, for me, is our number 3 star.
And with that, we move on to our number 2 star, and I think we're going to go with Connor Lindersmith with a couple of goals. One that helped to give a comfortable lead and one that simply put the game away.
Yeah, and primarily playing defensively, from the point and to chip in a couple of goals. That's pretty special for a primarily defensive player. So Connor Lindersmith with a great game in this championship clinching match against the Spuds is our number 2 star.
And it was an easy pick for the number 1 star, McKenna Miller, with a goal at the 4:06 mark, at the 2:51 mark, and again at the 4:06 mark. And then the one that really salted it away, coming at 47 seconds into the third period, McKenna Miller with a hat-trick goal today. And not only that, her passing, her ability to play some defensive hockey out in front of goal, and McKenna Miller clearly our number 1 star.
Yeah, McKenna Miller really stood out tonight. I mean, she was a great force on the ice, great teammate. Passed the puck. It wasn't just all the McKenna Miller show where she was just trying to score every single time. And so, just a great asset to the team. And McKenna Miller, who probably is tournament player of the tournament, is our number 1 star tonight.
So the Moorhead C hockey team claims second place in the runner-up trophy. We're finishing it with a 3-1, 1-loss mark, and for Sioux Falls, undefeated through 4 games, claiming the championship. Thanks for joining us this morning and into the afternoon as Moorhead Youth Hockey Association hosts the Class C Squirt Hockey Tournament. Our final score in the championship game, Sioux Falls 6 and Moorhead 2.